Green-eyed and bright at 18, a face from mainstream, a walking daydream. They scream, sweet life of peaches and cream. No doubt I'm wishing it was me.
Okay, so today I'm going to be putting on some
Mom jeans and nighttime routine. I know we've seen the scene. Sweet life like on the big screen. No doubt I'm wishing it.
right, Ken's multi-tool at work. I'll drill the hole first. Voila! So my little idea of using the 2mm gaps in the joins worked well. So I just cut some scrap MDF down, the offcuts from the boards themselves. These are bonded on now, so I can take them off. Yeah, basically just put two little flathead nails in. Little tacks, yeah, they're pushed inside the groove there and then pushed up against the board there to keep it pushed on. Yeah, I only needed two on, and obviously the reason it has got a high tack strength, the bonding, but you know there is going to be parts on the wall where it's not exactly level, so it's going to like bow very slightly. So it's at them 2 points where I just needed a little bit extra pressure in. But yeah, you don't see the bow. You know, even looking down the side, you wouldn't see it, but you do when you put a flat board on. So that's now spot on. So yeah, you can put some little ones up against here as well. Now, the keen-eyed amongst you will notice that actually I've took the tile off what was on the back there, and I've put skirting on. It didn't look right. Again, the little bit of tile that I put on the end here, I've took it off. It's not until you get everything put in place to how you want it till you realise if it's going to be the desired effect, and that wasn't. it just looked really mismatched. So yeah, it's been took off and I've now put board on. There is a bit of plaster come off, but I'll just fill that and sand it. That'll be fine. It's because basically we're plastered on top of a painted plaster. So yeah, Scott did put the PVA on, but it just hasn't took at that particular point. So it's no great shake. That'll fill and sand, need bother. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. It's all the skirting bonded on in here, which means now I'm definitely ready for grout. Get the grouting done in here and in there, and then I'll put the skirting boards on in there. As I say, I've had to put them on in here to use these, but I won't need to do that sort of method in that end, so it'll be fine. I basically just put the bonding on and stick them on. They're thinner anyway, so it was here that I needed to get it done, which I have, so it's all finished. Yeah, so I continued to join around to there. I'll put skirting board on there, and put a piece on here as well around the upright there. Put some fillers in as well, in between the washer where it meets the wall. So again, it just finishes that off, gives it a nice clean look. And the same with the dryer. Put a filler in there as well, just to give it a good termination at the wall and keep it in line with the with the units. So a good little use of some offcuts, that. Great stuff. Right, see you later, dilly. Okay, plumbing. As you can see, I've exposed some of the pipework. We're now in the what used to be the small bedroom. Extension is out there, and I need to supply water to both radiators on the long part of the extension. The ones in the kitchen are already done, as we know. So there's my pipes that come in, which I'd already pushed through the ceiling before I installed them or routed them in the extension. So this is where they come pop out. So I've took the floorboards up to expose them. I'll put some elbows on them, 90 degrees, and then extend these 4 pipes down through the joists. Then it'll go down to here. And then I need to get another 4 pipes to run under these floorboards, straight down, and come out here. Just stood on a bit of spelky. Yeah, so they'll come out here, 4 pipes. 2 of them will connect to this manifold, which is the return, and then 2 which will be under this floorboard, the same 22mm pipe on the inlet. So water out, hot water, down 2 pipes to the 2 radiators, and the return 2 pipes back into there, which is the return back to the boiler in the attic. Right, so that's what I'll be doing now. As you can see, these come 22mm pipe coming down from the attic, from the boiler, same as the one under this floorboard. So I'll basically be cutting into that, putting a T-piece on down to 15mm on both. Run a 15mm pipe up to here where the 8mm pipes come, and then put a T-piece from 15mm down to 8mm on both pipes twice. So I'll then have the 2 inlets and 2 outlets at 8mm. That's the plan anyway, dilly. Okay, so I've routed now the 4 8mm feed pipes, well, 2 feed, 2 return. They go under the floorboards. I haven't connected them in the far corner yet because I need to determine which is the inlet and which is the outlet, because that the inlet will be defined by whichever pipe is connected to the TRV valve. Doesn't really matter. You can put a TVR valve on the inlet or the outlet, but it is good practice to put it on the inlet. Therefore, you're not heating the radiator up before the TRV valve operates. You're basically stopping the hot water coming in once it reaches temperature. So it is good practice to do that. I have a plan on how to work that out. However, for now, got me 2 return, 2 feed. I've now got me 2 15mm pipes. One will be the feed and one the return. And the reason I've used 2 15mm pipes is for 2 reasons really. To try and get a 22mm down to 8mm reducer on a T-piece is impossible. Can't find one anywhere. But they do a 22 down to 15. So then I thought, well, I might as well run the 2 15s up to this point. Because a 15mm running 2 8mm is absolutely fine, if that makes sense. So I've got the T-pieces ready to go on here. Obviously they need soldering on, but I've cut the pipes and everything ready. So once I'm in a position to turn the water off and drain the system, I can then cut into the 22mm pipes here, drop them into place, heat them up, and that will solder them in, and then that's it for that. For this side, you'll see I've cut my pipes ready. I've got an end stop there, So in between here will be the two 15mm down to 8mm T-pieces, which will then join the relevant pipes on each of the on each of them, the inlet and the return. Okay, that's it. These aren't arriving until a couple of days, so I've just got to wait now for these to arrive before I can then complete the installation. I will show you my little trick what I'm going to try to determine which pipe is connected to the inlet TRV, so wait out for that one. Dilly. Okay, so here we have the two sets of pipes that go down to, let's say, the radiators in the long bit of the extension, if you like. So the double one that's on the what will be the kind of toilet with the mirror on, and one is right at the far end under the window, a little 600x600 double. So I did tape these in pairs, so I know that one is the return and one is the inlet for each radiator. And as I say, ideally, because I've already connected the radiators up, the pipes, and put the TRV valves on, or TRVs, I now need to know which pipe to connect the inlet to. So the inlet is connected to the one that's connected to the TRV, if that makes sense. What I plan on doing is going downstairs to each radiator and close off the TRV fully, so it's shut off, and make sure the balance valve on the other side of the radiator is fully open, and also take off the caps on the top of the bleed valves on the top of the radiators as well. So therefore my theory is, if I take the tape off these, I can blow down each pipe, creating pressure. If I can't create any pressure, then that means that pipe is the return pipe, because that will be connected to the balance valve. However, if I can pressurize the pipe, because I've locked off this TRV, I should be able to create pressure within the pipe. That's my plan. Hopefully it'll work. Dilly. Okay, so TRV off, and then the balance valve, open that fully. Yeah, I'll just leave the cap off for now. Then I can also take these out. So again, there's no resistance. It'll take a while for me to put enough air in this out my mouth to get some pressure in the radiator. But yeah, take these out and just make sure it's a full flow out. So as I say, the idea is I blow in the pipe upstairs, and if it's the inlet, or where what I need to connect to the inlet, I should be able to build up pressure because I've closed that valve, and that's where this pipe comes in. If I can't create pressure, that's because this is fully open, which means then that pipe there, I need to make sure I connect to the outlet or the return. Dilly. Well, that worked a treat. So I'll put my little silicone tube on there. And that is pressurized, and when I put it onto the other, I can't create pressure. Hey, so that's worked a treat. So I know that this one now is what I need to make sure I connect to the inlet, and this one will be the return. Great. So I'll put some black tape on that one, and then I'll test these two and see which one is the inlet on that one. Dilly. Right, BTUs. Not to bore you, quick overview. So that's my current BTUs that I've got installed. This is bedroom 1, bedroom 2, bedroom 3 0, because we've knocked through, so I've just got one radiator at the moment in here. However, when I put it back to 2 bedrooms, that will then have another radiator in. And the living room, yeah, as well. The kitchen I've already done, and the extension, so that's got the correct radiators for the BTUs required for that space, as well as the long extension. Now, because I've added an additional 3 radiators in effect, I need to make sure that my boiler can cope and push heat to all them radiators. So therefore, I've looked at my current radiators installed in the BTUs. Then I've went on a good BTU site to determine what BTUs I require. Now we can see I've got a lot of overkill there, 13,950 currently, and that's just in our bedrooms 1, 2 and the living room. And then the required is 8,200, including the additional radiator for the small bedroom. which is an excess of 5,750 BTUs. So I'm going to replace all my upstairs radiators purely because I'm in a position to do so, and I am going to be moving radiators anyway, so I will put in new radiators to closely match the required BTUs as a minimum, and therefore give me this extra 5,750 to be distributed to the new radiators. So that's pretty much it. The reason I'm doing that is so my boiler can cope with the additional radiators and the distance it's got to go for that last radiator right down at the bottom end. So by distributing the BTUs better, the system is going to run more efficiently. Yeah, so the boiler's not going to have to heat as much water in all these other radiators as it needs to. That's my plan anyway. Dilly dilly. Well, I've done the grouting in that end. Time's it now? 6. It took a while. And I've still got a little bit to do. The last bit where you just let it dry again and then go over with basically a microfiber, wet or damp, and then a dry microfiber just to take the glaze off. But other than that, that's all that needs to happen in there now. So that's done, thankfully. So I might, and I probably will, just crack on and do this end tonight. Get it out the way. It only took to do all of that 2 kilograms of the grout. It's a 10 kilogram bag. So, I mean, that's to do a lot of grouting. I guess just with it being big tiles, I just haven't needed as much as what they thought. They give us these based on the tiles I had, so I'm either doing something wrong or I've clicked on a bag because I'll be able to take it back. No, you're not going to really be able to see. It doesn't make that much of a difference compared to like not grouted and grouted. It's a thing you've got to kind of witness. But yeah, it's all done. It's a mid-grey. So it gives it a little bit of contrast with the bright tile, so happy with that. I'll just bring it a bit closer so you can see it. There we go. So yeah, another job done for this end. I can actually now start and put all the skirting board on and bond it on. So I think I'll get the grouting done in there now. And then I can start the bonding on here, and in between that go back and do the cleaning up and stuff. So but everything cleans up nice once you've finished. So that's like the grouting basically pad, if you like. So it's just like rubber, soft rubber. So you can push and manipulate the grout into the joins. Anyway, babbling on. Right, happy with that. Dilly dilly. Okay, plumbing begins. My parts have came. So you can see I've got my 2 manifolds made there, 15mm to 8mm, 2 for each. So that's the return and the inlet. 2 15mm pipes running up here. I need to join into the 22mm pipes, which is the feed, the return and the feed, via these here. Cut into the pipe, join them, heat it up, solder them on. That's them connected both sides. Again, connect them, heat them up, connected. For me 2 8mm return and feed. Job done. Some prep work I've had to do. I've had to drain the boiler, the combi boiler up in the attic on the central heating side, which I've done, and that's also depressurized the system. However, there would have still been water in these pipes from here up to the attic. So basically I've turned all the radiator pipes off up here, so turned all the valves so no water can escape from the upstairs radiators. I then went downstairs and undone 1 radiator bleed valve until no water came out. So what that's done is by gravity that's allowed all this water out of both sides, in return and inlet. That's allowed them to drain out of the downstairs radiator. So now hopefully I can cut into these pipes and no water will come out. I might get a little bit of water, hopefully just a little bit. If I get a lot, I've done something wrong. But we'll see how it goes. Yeah, get cut into these, get these put in position, and then I'm ready to heat up dilly dilly. So I'm just going to file the bird edges off, put some flux on, connect that up, and then I can do the next one. Okay, that's one joined up, ready for heat. Well, hopefully that's it. We'll find out when I've pressurised the pipe. Now I'll just heat up the other one now and make that connection. Right, that's it. So we've got them two put into place. And then the feed off to the two feed and returns there. So next task is to do a bit of repair work on a pipe in here and take some T-junctions off. So it's basically just putting some elbows on. So I'll show you that work and then we're ready to charge the system, check for leaks, dilly dilly.